OK 好啦，各位同學大家好。咁我哋今日咧會講2017年嘅 Task One 啊。咁啊非常之簡單嘅，因為咧每一條題目咧都係5成啊、6成啊、7成、8成，基本上咧好易做啦。OK，好啦，咁我哋今日一樣啦，會手把手咁樣啦去教大家咁做嘅。OK，好啦，咁啊同我打開份卷先啦。咁啊記住啦。我建議大家自己做一次先，然後咧再睇下我做。好啦，咁啊準備開始咯喎。OK，好，Let's go。
It is Charlie Meadows here again, and with me on Brunch with Charlie this morning are two guests, both from the special committee that has just been set up to find a twin city for Hong Kong. I'm very pleased to have with me Dr. Emily Lee, who is a member of Legislative Council of Hong Kong. Welcome, Dr. Lee.
Good morning, Charlie. Glad to be here.
And also with me is Lemmy Chan.
Hi.
Now, Lemmy is an undergraduate student at Hong Kong University. And what is it that you're studying, Lemmy?
History.
Oh, yes, sorry, history. I had it noted.
好，咁第一個答案係9成3嘅人啱嘛？咁佢講到 studying，我講過啦，我哋其中一個方法就係咩咧？記住，佢讀到邊度，我哋揾隻手指指住啦。咁啊，當指到你呢度 studying，然後我哋首先咧做之前咧要判斷啦，究竟佢喺香港大學讀啲乜嘢咧？咁我一早就知道呢一個科目嚟嘅，咁就會容易聽咗嘅。當你知道，科目嚟嘅會令到你容易聽咗㗎。History 重複咗2次，我相信應該真係大部分同學都做到啊呢條。好啦，然後啦。
Down somewhere. Now, let's start with you, Dr. Lee. You have been appointed the chairperson of this special committee which has just been set up. Would you like to tell us about that?
Certainly. Well, as you say, it's a committee set up especially to choose a twin city for Hong Kong.
Okay, now, a lot of our listeners won't have heard of the idea of twin cities, so maybe you could explain what it is.
Okay, yes. Well, the other name for a twin city you might have heard of is a sister city.
Okay, yes. I've heard sister city before, yeah.
好啦，留意啦 ，sister city 出現咗2次，係2次啊。咁啊，所以咧，就算你前面乜都聽唔到，你應該都聽到 sister city 啦。咁然後留意啦，呢度咧佢今次咧就唔會講 corded 嗱，我哋曾經都提及過啦。佢有時咧就唔想咧太過送分啊，佢就唔會直接讀 twin cities 啊 ，also corded。佢就話乜嘢咧？話 twin city，the other name 啊。佢話另外一個名 of twin city 咧就係 sister city 啦。咁啊，所以記住啊，小心啲就係唔好要預咗佢一定會出翻呢個字。佢係有機會移形換影，將個字變形啊。OK， 咁所以要留意一啲相似 meaning 嘅字啦。咁啦，呢條咧非常之伏㗎，因為咧佢明明讀 sister city 㗎嘛，但係奈何個答案係 sister cities。係一個 plural form 嗱，所以呢度提一提大家，記住喺 listening 係咪聽到乜就寫乜咧？唔一定，記住要執 grammar，OK， 執翻啲 grammar 有冇問題 ？OK， 所以呢度 twin cities 有唔止一個城市啊嘛，咁佢哋梗係叫做 sister cities 啦。OK， 因為唔止一個城市，呢度係唔止一個城市，明唔明？好啦，留意下邊啦。
Okay, so when two cities decide they want to be twin cities, they enter into an agreement. And the important thing is that to be twin cities, the two cities have to be in different countries.
All right, so not two cities in the same country.
Yeah.
好啦，留意啦，今次佢又嚟玩移形換影，唔用 must be 啊，變咗 have to be。所以大家應該要知道 must 即係 have to 啊嘛，好非常之類似啊嘛。咁個答案就出嚟啦 ，in different countries。相對地咧，多少少人錯嘅，因為可能啲學生就傻下啦。我等個 must be 先。等啊，唔一定出嚟噶，等係冇用噶，要自己諗噶 ，OK？ 咁啊，所以留意未必係 must 噶，可能變做 have to 啊。咁咧留意一樣嘢啊，就係佢今次後邊就加咗句 not two cities in the same country。我亦都曾經講過，留意語氣，佢好錯噶，你留意下 ，not two cities in the same country， 非常之錯嘅一啲語句，我哋就要特別留意。佢驚你聽唔到啊，咁啊俾多個提示你就係喂。兩個城市唔可以喺同一個國家㗎，即係咩啊？即係要喺唔同嘅國家咯。OK， 咁呢啲咧記住留意一啲提示位嚟嘅，所以留意咧嗰個錄音嗰條友嘅一啲錯嘅音啦，好冇？好啦，留意啦。
That's right. And there are thousands of towns and cities twinned with each other across the world.
OK, so when did this all start then, twin cities? And why did cities want to twin?
Well, that's a good question. Maybe Lemmy should give a bit of the historical background.
Oh, okay. Well, the idea of twin cities, at least our concept of it in the modern era, started just after World War II.
好啦，留意呢條題目。首先咧，我哋應該一開始未做之前就估到，喂，究竟呢個 idea 幾時開始？係時間嚟㗎。OK，咁第二啦，佢今次又唔講 began， 佢又移形換影變咗做 started。咁我相信大家知道 started 即係 began 啊嘛。咁所以咧，我覺得呢個咧相對地唔難㗎。After World War II， 就算你唔知道佢移形換影，你都應該知道 World War II 係個時間。但係順帶一提啊，唔該，逢親咗啲咧時間嘅題目，留意個 preposition。就好多同學會大意，就唔寫 after、before 啊、during 啊呢啲字，就直接寫 World War II， 咁就 GG 㗎啦。OK， 嗱，另外亦都順帶一提，喺呢一份嘅 listening 入邊咧，佢經常性咧出現答案之前咧，都會喺度自己問一個問題嘅。咁啊，既然我哋發覺咗呢個 pattern， 你就留意啦。日後如果我哋再聽 DSE 嘅 listening 嘅時候，留意一啲咧喺佢個錄音裏邊，佢自己喺度問問題。when 啊 why 啊，佢一問完咧就會自己答個問題，而佢答嗰個問題嘅答案咧，好大機會咧都係啲我哋要嘅答案嚟嘅。咁呢個咧都係我發覺其實都幾多 listening class 喺 DSE 入邊咧都會出現呢個狀況㗎。OK， 咁呢條容易㗎，我覺得 World War II。OK， 好啦，下一條啦。
OK, but why then? Why were twin cities so important after the war? Didn't people have better things to be doing, rebuilding houses and everything?
Well, twin cities were seen as part of a wider initiative at that time to promote peace and understanding.
So it had a serious point to it.
Exactly.
So does that mean that twin cities were in countries which were fighting each other during the war?
That's right. In countries which were, until a couple of years before that, fighting each other.
流口水咯喂，大家伸定條脷出嚟咯喂，舐呢一分咯 OK，fighting each other 重複咗2次啊，重複我當你唔識 each other 聽唔到阿 Sir， 你識 fighting 啊嘛，你聽到 fighting 2次就寫 fighting 落去已經有1分噶咯喂 ，OK 好冇？好啦，嚟到下邊啦，呢條題目咧亦都相對地簡單嘅，就咁剔翻2個國家出嚟嘅啫，咁咧佢就好明顯噶講得。
Wow, that can't have been easy. So did it work? Was it successful?
Well, a lot of cities certainly took part. Obviously, during the war, many countries had suffered. On the one side, you had Japan, Germany, Italy, and on the other you had the United States, the UK, France, and the Soviet Union. And the most common twinning of cities was actually between France and Germany, two countries that had
France and Germany， 不過呢條題目咧好得意嘅，其實你讀個歷史咧唔使聽咧都識㗎。不過嗱，唔該小心啲啊。雖然咧其實就好簡單㗎啦，不過都提一提大家就係咧睇題目。咁有啲人咧可能睇唔到題目咧會剔到3個剔㗎，因為所有國家名都出現過㗎。嗱，亦都提一樣嘢就係逢親問一啲咧原因啊 reason 嘅題目咧，留意咧 why 呢啲字眼啊，又或者留意乜嘢咧？留意 to 啦、為了啦、because 啦、因為啦、so 啦、所以啦，又或者 since 啊、as 啊呢類型嘅字眼。嗱，逢親問一啲原因點解嘅題目，留意啲因果嘅連接詞。通常咧一出現呢啲因果連接詞咧，有機會出現答案㗎啦。OK。
been the fiercest of enemies through history.
Why was that?
Why that?
I'm sure there must be a good reason.
Well, I think just on a practical level, these countries are next to each other, and so it was easy for them to communicate.
好啦，咁啊 next to each other， 咁相對地容易嘅 next to each other， 好明顯容易聽，亦都容易串嘅。OK， 嚟到第8條啦。
with each other.
Well, that makes sense. So thinking about nowadays, a city typically pairs up with just one city? Is that what happens?
Well, it all depends. Usually, a small town, of a few thousand people, would usually twin with just one other town. But there are some towns in Europe that are incredibly popular as a twin town. There's this one town called Judenburg in Austria, and it's twinned with over 30 different towns.
指住啦，指住啦。
A big city is usually twinned with more than one city, but certainly not 30. Say 4 or 5. 10 would be unusual.
嗱，呢類型嘅題目咧，佢通常陰你嘅，就4個數字喺度出現嘅。咁咧，就算你聽唔到成段嘅內容，唔緊要嘅喂，你只要聽到咧一啲細節，例如佢話 small 就 one 啦，咁我而家係 big 啊嘛。然後佢講到咧 30同埋 10嘅，咁啊 30就講咗 not 呢個字啦。 而 10咧就講咗 unusual 呢個字，嗱，所以咧即使咧 listening 比較弱嘅同學，你聽唔晒成個字，聽唔晒成段唔緊要噶，留意一啲小嘅音節，啲啦，負面噶嘛，可能 in 啦，負面噶嘛，可能 d 啊，又係負面噶嘛 ，this 啊，又係負面噶嘛，喂，留意如果呢堆咁嘅字出現，又賴到落去嘅，咁我咪個答案咪唔係呢兩個咯 ，OK， 咁所以咧唔需要聽晒成段嘅，亦都唔需要聽得明嘅，有時咧聽個音節啊。 好短嘅音節咧，大概俾你分到正面、負面咧，就已經做到噶啦。OK， 好，繼續啦，喂。
Right. So Hong Kong is now looking for its first twin city. So what do you hope to achieve?
Maybe I could answer this. The first thing we want to achieve is to encourage an exchange of culture.
An exchange of culture sounds nice. But what does it mean exactly?
Well, the obvious ones are language and food. I mean, Hong Kong has a variety of languages and lots of amazing food that we
出現兩次舐咯，出現兩次奶咯，喂呢一分 ，OK 啊，然後咧亦都留意下，頭先我講過啦，臨出現答案之前咧，佢係不斷喺度問問題嘅，咩 what 啊，係咁 what 啊咁樣，係咁問到你都心煩意亂嘅 ，OK 嗱，不過咧非常之小心啊，呢條題目非常好玩嘅，佢喺個錄音入邊咧，佢係講咧 languages 嘅。 但係個答案咧就冇 S， 同樣地啦，呢啲咧記住，我哋唔好聽到係乜就係乜嘢，我哋都要有 critical thinking， 有批判性嘅能力。呢條咧我哋係唔應該加 S 落去嘅。同樣地喺個社會入邊，你唔好聽到乜你就認同啲乜嘢，要自己經過獨立思考，你先好判斷嗰樣嘢嘅真偽。如果唔係咧，就好蠢豬噶啦。 OK， 好啦，嚟到 Go to 咯，留意啦，佢又會係咁問問題噶。What else 啊 ？What kind 啊？咁樣嘅。
can share with the future twin city.
Nice. What else?
Well, another aim is related to commerce. It's the promotion of business links.
So what kind of business links?
嚟咯 ，business links 出現咗兩次。OK， 咁啊答案啦。同人哋咧小心啲，佢呢度咧講咗個 and other。 呢個連接詞，嗱，我喺之前嘅片段講過咧，就話喂，連接詞其實喺個 listening 入邊係寶物嚟嘅，一出現就會有答案，一出現就會有答案。OK， 咁啊呢條都係啦。And other 有 business links。好啦，繼續。
Can be any kind really. For instance, Hong Kong is really good at banking. I mean, obviously. And another area which I find quite exciting is fashion design.
Really? Wow, that's quite glamorous then.
Yeah, it would be great to be twinned with one of the fashion design capitals of the world.
好啦，咁啊 fashion design 首先舐啦，出現咗兩次啦，你有留意咯 fashion design 之前咧出現咗 another 呢個嘅連接詞啊，冇呃大家噶。好啦，另外咧今日最後一樣嘢想大家留意嘅就係咧，嗱逢親做呢啲咧例子嘅題目咧，你留意佢會咧講 for example 或者 such as 或者 like 或者 for instance 呢一堆咧舉例嘅字眼嘅。咁所以咧，下次見到呢啲 examples 嘅題目啦，你就留意一啲咧舉例嘅一啲英文字啦。OK， 好咁啊，成分就做完啦。嗱，希望都係嗰句，唔好為操而操，操得要有質素。每份 past paper 幫自己揾一啲嘢出嚟，係學到，令到你下次會高分咗嘅。咁希望咧今日咧講晒啲咧中伏位置啦，我哋要留意嘅位置啦，幫到大家咧日後做 listening 嘅時候咧會容易少少啦。特別一啲咧比較弱嘅同學啊。OK， 好，有咩問題？可以留言俾我，或者係私底下 send 信息俾我，乜都得啦。OK， 咁好，下次再見啦。